So in this video, we'll be talking about some of the best fragrances per season. Hi everyone, I'm Julian and this is my channel, Scented Moments, where we discuss everything about fragrances. So in this video, I'll be talking about some of the best fragrances for each season. Now, I know that this is a bit too extreme, and here we tend, within the fragrance community, we tend to divide fragrances for season, for occasions, and so on. In the end, it's all up to you. You can wear what you want to wear, whenever you want to wear, and anytime, really. This is just for fun, and this is not exactly like a new topic. Actually, I think I already did this, many moons ago, this type of video. So I will be talking about 2 fragrances per season and 2 fragrances that can be worn during the entire year. They are definitely signature scent worthy. And so without further ado, let's get started. So first we'll start with spring. And spring, everything blooms, everything comes alive, the sun is up again, the days are starting to be longer, and it's just great. Not my favorite season actually, but still, it's great. It's really that extra hours of sun that I was missing. And so there are many fragrances that suit spring to perfection. Stay tuned for my spring list that will be coming anytime soon. But I have this fragrance here from the house of Profumum Roma. Quite honestly, I could make this video just with Profumum Roma fragrances, but this one is spring in the bottle. And it is Orangea. Orangea is spring in a bottle. This is the best orange blossom scent that I ever put my nose on, with some orange, with some neroli. It has like a green nuance as well. This literally smells like you are under an orange blossom tree. It's so realistic, such a natural smelling scent. It's just to die for. I adore this one. This again screams springtime. Great performance, and it's one that, really, it's amazing, really. And in this video, I will not be mentioning more than 1 fragrance per brand. Usually I do that just to make everything more diverse, really, and to also talk about other fragrances that maybe you're not aware of, and they deserve to be praised and to get their attention. So this will be the only fragrance from Profumum Roma in this list. But again, I could definitely feature all or many Profumum Roma fragrances in this video. But nonetheless, Orangea, the very best orange blossom scent, it's this one. And the next fragrance from the house of Caron, the classic Caron, pour le nom de Caron. And this is the 125 size bottle. This is very affordable, especially in the online discounters. You can really catch this one for quite cheap. Sometimes even under 40 euros. This one is just lavender and vanilla, and kind of reminds me of Chanel's Jersey from the Chanel's list exclusives. Although this one came first, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, this one definitely came first. And it smells amazing. It's one of the best lavender fragrances out there, and I just adore it. Actually, my fiance loves this one on me. You can see already the dent here. It's a nice dent already. Great performance overall, and I love this one to go to sleep. Actually, it's a very calming, soothing fragrance, and it's still very classy at the same time. Very likable. This, again, it's another fragrance that suits spring like a glove. Lavender and vanilla done to perfection, really. If you don't want to spend the big bucks on Chanel's Jersey, just go with this one. It's amazing. And they also have a parfum version of this, which is actually even better. It takes this one to the next level. Actually, more intensified, more beefy fragrance. But still, the original works wonderfully nonetheless. Caron, pour le nom de Caron. Great fragrance for the springtime. Now we're going into summer, and summer I love to wear my tropical, my aquatics, and Still like to wear my freshies overall, florals as well, green fragrances, and just very rarely I will wear some more intense fragrances. Actually, last year I wore a lot of The Moon by Frederic Malle, worked wonderfully actually, but I lean more towards tropical, aquatic fragrances, and this is the perfect example of that. Perfect blend of tropical and aquatic from the house of Comporta Perfumes and Portuguese niche perfume brand. This one is a Olhar Trancoso. Now, I already talked about this one in the past. This was created by Stephane Bacouche. She's the nose behind Invasion Barbare by MDC Parfum, one of the best fougere fragrances ever created. And she created Olhar Trancoso, which is a very different style of perfume. And you can see also the dent, the small dent in here. This for me is the best iteration of a watery coconut scent. So realistic, such a natural smelling, like coconut water. You have the sea breeze in here, palm trees. It's just fantastic, really. I love this one. This really is like summer holidays in a bottle. Performance is okay. I would love that this would perform better, but smell wise it's incredible, really. It's one of my staples for the summertime. It's from Comporta Perfumes, and I love the bottle. This is a 100 ml. Really love the presentation. Very heavy bottle actually, and this is a pure wood cap. Really check this brand out. Comporta Perfumes, very underrated. They actually collaborate with some of the most praised perfumeurs, Stephane Bacouche being one of them. So I highly advise you to check out Comporta Perfumes, especially Olhar Trancoso, if you're searching for a tropical summery fragrance. Next fragrance that is just summer in a bottle, also very underrated, from the house of Hermès, from the Eau de Merveilles line. It is Eau de Merveilles Bleue. I really adore this bottle. Very, very interesting, soothing, summery type of bottle, I would say. And so Eau de Merveilles Bleue, it's like an aquatic take on the original. I mean, the Eau de Merveilles, the original, has already like an aquatic edge into it, but not as pronounced as in here. This is more, I would say, more sea breezy, more mineralic, I would say, with a juniper berry on top that creates this fruity berry-like quality. Love it. Love this one. Again, very underrated. Again, performance isn't the best, but it's a very classy aquatic scent, I would say, which is very underrated. Now, this is marketed for women, but I would say that this is strictly unisex. All fragrances are unisex. Everything depends on your taste. And but if you are into aquatic fragrances, this is one that you should try. It's way better than your traditional aquatics like your Acqua di Gios and so on. I think it's way better than that. Quality wise, unique wise, I mean, it's really fantastic scent. So yes, and this is one that I really tend to wear. I mean, as well, this was quite full actually. So I already wore this a few times in the summertime, of course. Again, performance, not great. This was created by Christina Gel, not Jean-Claude Helena. This was released in 2017, if I'm not mistaken. And yes, it's one that I really recommend you to try if you are into aquatic, fresh aquatic scents, but not, I mean, your typical basic aquatic. No, this is something chic. It's a upper level type of aquatic that I really recommend you to try. Eau de Merveilles Bleue by Hermès. And now we are going to fall, and fall is my favorite season. It's wonderful. Love the colors, like the textures, like the brown with these orangey colors, like the leaves start to fall. It's really a wonderful season where everything starts to, like, temperature starts to cool down, so you want to feel a bit more cozy, but it's still not too cold, and there's still lots of sunlight, and it's just wonderful. And I think season-wise, it's when you can really wear everything works in the fall. So yeah, that's why fall is really my favorite season. And like these two fragrances work wonderfully during the fall time. This one is from the house of Andy Tower, and it is Vie une Rose de Kandahar. Again, big den here. It's one of my all-time favorite Tower fragrances. It's been a while since I talked about this one. It's one of my favorite rose fragrances in general. Also, this is all about rose, tobacco, vanilla, with cinnamon. And it has like also like a fruity edge in here, but I would say that the rose with the tobacco and vanilla are definitely like the most pronounced notes. Man, this is so good. It has also like a boozy quality into it. Oh, but it's so good. It's really good. Natural smelling rose, very silky, like silky rose petals with tobacco, with vanilla, with cinnamon. It's just to die for. It screams fall. Man, I love this one. Very romantic type of scent. Very sensual. Performance is great on my skin. Yeah, this really was love at first sniff for me. And the next fragrance, this is from the house of Tom Ford. Actually, I don't know if this is still around or it's discontinued. I'm not sure. You really need to do your due diligence about that. So definitely don't quote me on that. I'm really not sure if this is discontinued or not. Maybe it's not. I think it's still available. And it's very underrated nonetheless. It's Tom Ford's Noir EDP. This is from their signature collection. And I adore this one. So underrated. And this is a very gothic type of scent. I think this one fits fall to perfection. Although this is quite powdery as well. Now this is very complex, has many notes in here. Oh, but it's so good, so unique. Although this reminds me a bit of Prada's Amber Pour Homme Intense, and actually that Prada Amber Pour Homme Intense, which is now discontinued, that one is truly discontinued. I'm lucky to have a full bottle of it, but that one, the Prada one, was released a year earlier than Tom Ford's Noir. So the Prada Amber Pour Homme Intense was released in 2011, and this one was released in 2012. But they kind of share some similarities, I would say. But this one has more depth. This one has more depth, has more complexity. I would say that also performs better. It's wonderful, man. So this is floral. You have some violets in here. Very spicy, powdery again, incensey, resinous, leathery fragrance, dark. It's very extremely unique in my view, and it's one that works for fall. I think this screams fall. You can also wear this during the winter time, to be fair, but for some reason I picture this one more during the fall time, especially, you know, end of October, beginning of November. Yeah, it's when this one really shines to me. It's Tom Ford's Noir EDP. And now we have winter, where we wear our heavy hitters, our ambers, our ouds, animalics, really the powerhouses. These two fragrances here scream winter. I mean, these are winter masterpieces for me. They both are niche. So the first one is from the house of Xerjoff, and this one is Ceylon from the Oud Stars collection. Incredibly expensive. This is almost 600 euros actually. It's 500 something. I mean, it's very expensive. It's between 500 to 600 euros for 50 ml. From the Oud Stars, it's my favorite. Actually, it's my favorite Oud Stars from Xerjoff. It's a natural smelling oud, a very blue cheese type of oud, actually. Bit funky, and it's just to die for. It's basically, wow, it's very intoxicating. Oh man, it's amazing. It's really a blue cheese oud, funky oud. It's just that. Man, it's brilliant. Performance is incredible. You need to go easy on the trigger here. Adore this piece. And the other one, I mean, it's one of my all-time favorite amber fragrances. Not Ambra Aurea. Could easily be featured, actually. But this one is, I would say, it's up there as one of my all-time favorite ambers from the house of Stephane, Humbert, Lucas. And this one is Hira. I mean, look at the color of the liquid here. This dark, ambery, thick color. I mean, just incredible. This is another parfum though. It's not an extrait, but in performance-wise is incredible, and it's so thick, such a thick amber fragrance. It's really your typical like gooey, resinous, syrupy amber, but with oud and spices, and everything comes alive here. Everything is just pumping, and it growls. Really, this fragrance growls. It's really that intense and thick. Oida, it's one of my favorites from the brand. It's one of the best from Stephane, hands down, and I really suggest you to try if you have yet to. Perfect for winter time. And last but certainly not least, the last two fragrances that I have here, these are more signature scent type of perfumes, fragrances that you can wear during the entire year. And so the first one is a cheapie, really, and it is Original Musk by Kiehl, and you can see the huge dent of this fragrance. This is I believe a 50 ml, but I wore this a lot already. I mean, a few years ago, this was really my go-to fragrance when I was going to the gym here before moving to Lithuania, and this was like almost my gym scent. More like after the gym. I don't like to wear fragrances in the gym, but I like to wear after the gym, of course, after taking a shower, feeling fresh. Just want to spray some nice perfume, and this one is incredible for that. I mean, I love this one. It's musk. It smells like a clean, soapy musk, but a bit animalic at the same time, if that makes sense. It has like a soapy quality into it, definitely, but it still retains like an animalic nuance, like a furry animalic nuance. And it's quite cheap. I mean, it's what, 50 euros, I believe. I think I paid this for this like 50 euros, if I'm not mistaken. Quite affordable, and it's one that lasts. And so, yes, in terms of musk, it's really incredible, especially for the price. And if you're searching for like a nice musky fragrance, like a musk soliflor, I think this is a great alternative. And you can wear this again during the entire year. This is signature scent worthy. And if you are into layering, I think this is a great layer fragrance, especially as a base. And the other fragrance that I would say, I mean, it's incredibly popular, one of the best sellers from this brand, Nishane, and it's been a while since I featured this one, so it just seemed right to talk about it for a bit, although it's extremely popular overall. But it's Hacivat. Actually, Hacivat was for a long time like my favorite Aventus-like scent, and I would say that it still is. I also have a Mont Blanc Explorer, but I would say that I do prefer the intensity of Hacivat. Actually, the dent is massive. I think it's almost like half full. That just says how much I wore this. Of course, I already have this one for a very long time. So it's not new. It's back in the time when Nishane was just had 50 ml. It was very recent when they also added 100 ml sizes to their perfumes. So yes, I have this for a very long time. This one, yeah, it's a more intensified Aventus, the pineapple with the bergamot, with the vanilla. You definitely get vanilla in here. It's definitely more creamy. Lots of patchouli in here. It's definitely more of a full body type of scent when compared with Aventus. So yes, I really adore this one as well. But again, it's been a long time since I wore this, and it's been a long time since I talked about Nishane actually. But I unfortunately, I'm not able to take all the fragrances with me at once to Lithuania. It needs to be like, hey, step-by-step work. Again, I have many fragrances, almost 600 fragrances in my collection, so it needs to be a patient process. And my Nishane fragrances are all here, all except one actually. I think it's Ambra Calabria that I have in Lithuania, but which it's amazing. The Nishane collection, it's still here, so also that's why I've not been talking about Nishane. But Actually, now that I'm revisiting Hacivat, I still really like it, which is great in the end. Really like the scent DNA. They have their X, which I don't think it's worth it, to be honest, the extra money. I think the original Hacivat, it's perfect as it is. And it's great signature scent worthy. Again, great performance. I mean, it's one that I highly advise you to try, for you to try if you have yet to. Guys, let me know in the comments down below. What fragrances would you pick per season? If you find value in this video, and if you want me to do like a part 2 featuring a specific brand, or just releasing a part 2 with other fragrances, featuring other fragrances from different brands, let me know in the comments down below. And if you find value in this video, hit the like button, subscribe, check out all the other fragrance content that I have available, and see you in the next one. Take care, guys. Ciao.